joining me from one of my other videos. And if you're new, hello, welcome. Anyway, right, I've got, I think, 2 weeks left in this planner before I switch it up a little bit. So I thought today I'd go through and just see how this has all been happening so far and how I've been getting on with some bits and pieces in here. Now, I feel like some bits are working really well and some bits I definitely need to change up a little. So I'm going to show you what I like and also tell you a little bit about my plans for my next one. So this is kind of like a bog standard plan with me video while I just go and set up my next couple of weeks. Right then, okay. Have you got your coffee? I've got an ambitiously large coffee today, so feel free, pause, go grab a drink, relax for a little bit. You don't have to do anything right now, but if you want to grab your planner, that'd be lovely. Otherwise, just sit and chill for a bit. I'm sure we could all need that. Use that rather. Anyway, hang on. If I take a big slug of my coffee, it might be the only one I have. Who knows? Anyway, first of all, I'm going to do just a flip through. I'll do this speeded up on the actual video itself. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day because this little guy is meaty. It's a little chunk, isn't it, really? It's so good. I love stuffing my planners. It just makes me feel pleased. Anyway, so here we go. I'll flip through. Okay, so you just saw a bit of a flip through and hopefully that's given you a little bit of an idea so far about what's working and what's not. So I'll go through first of all then and I'll tell you what I don't want to keep about this planner for next time. Just a bit of context then. So at the moment we are in, find it, okay. So I've got 2 weeks of August to go and then we are in September. Oh my goodness, I am looking forward to September. I just feel that at the moment everything is a little bit unsettled and juggling sort of stuff out and all the craziness on at the moment. When my little girl is at home, she's 5, bless her, she's adorable. But it's just so hard, isn't it, as a working mom, just to juggle everything. So I'm kind of hoping that life gets a little bit more normal in September. So I'm just waiting until the schools go back, which for us is going to be on the 2nd. So life might be a bit more normal then. So I thought, well, why not mark the occasion with a new planner? So I'm going to be launching my autumn range then. So this is all going. I've got a custom Spek in personal wide size, which I believe is kind of about that big, that page size of about that. So it'll give me a bit of extra room every day, which I'm intrigued by. So I'm going to be setting that up soon anyway. So it's basically just 2 more weeks in this guy and that's it. So looking through then, so what hasn't worked? Like having my inbox section, that remains really, really useful. I like having these header boxes as well, but what I don't like is my daily section. Now I do like daily planning, and for those days when you've just got loads to do, you just, I think, need that little bit extra room, but I haven't used it much, not as much as I thought I would have. So actually having a daily section, I'm not going to be carrying that over. What else hasn't worked? Food section. I have I started out with great intentions, and I was hoping to do a bit of weekly food planning during the week, which was kind of working. Then I got a little bit carried away, as I often do, and I thought, no, I need a whole new planner for this. So I don't know if I can even fit this on the screen, but look at this beast. So now I have a whole food planner. So I've taken the food planning to the next level. So I'm removing the food from this planner now. So this whole section is kind of obsolete, which is interesting. But it kind of makes me think, I really like having my dividers, and I think that they kind of give the whole like the look and feel of your planner. But actually, as much as I like having my headings on there, I have found it this time a little bit restrictive. I don't know whether it's because it's a lockdown thing and like life has changed a lot and it does kind of seem like you don't know what your next phase is going to be like, whether you're going to be completely devoid of any plans at all, or whether it's going to feel a little bit more normal or a little bit busy, or like, you know, what's work doing? All of a sudden you're not at work, then you are at work, and so I have found it quite restrictive to plan in a particular way for a really long time. I started off wanting to do lots of dailies, but now actually just a basic week overview has just been working really well. So I think having these labels on here already just isn't really suiting. So I think the next time round I'm going to go for more of the clear ones instead, so I can switch up the labels on them and then see how that works. I think it's just a bit of a sign of the times, isn't it? Everything is just so up in the air. It's just really hard to commit to doing things in a particular way for more than like a month. Which is crazy. Anyway, so that's not been working. I find that over the week I tend to just scribble random thoughts. So for example, I've got like a business planner, which again is huge. So I don't know whether to combine my business planner with my daily. So I tend to just write down an idea, because I'm a big believer in your head shouldn't be like a notebook. Your head shouldn't be the place where you keep all of your ideas. Your ideas should be on paper. They should be somewhere to act on them, so that you can think about better stuff like, you know, Netflix and coffee and all that kind of stuff. But what I don't think I have this time round, I've got my add to plan a bit and I've got a notes and an archive bit, but I don't think I've got an effective way yet of capturing those random thoughts. So my inbox is full of these kind of, oh yeah, I should do that kind of ideas, or oh, what's the best way to do this kind of ideas. See, look, let's see if you can read my scribble here. What's a good place to put all those random bits that have no home? So yes, this is what I'm thinking of, but I have no permanent place to put that, so I'm on it. I've got the old organisational cogs turning. I'll come up with something. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but yeah, that's not working. So I think that is the only thing that isn't working. I didn't think I was going to like personal size. After coming from A6, which I loved, A6, the proportions, everything, oh, it's so good. And I thought this would be a bit too narrow, but actually this has been great. I think the trick has been spreading it out over a double page spread. So we've got room to do like that extra little bit of planning, whether it's just to have like a plain page or like an actual design that goes over both of them. But actually for some reason that's been fine. I don't know if I've had just less to plan, but I've loved that. So I see what personal wide does anyway. Next month it might be even better. So I'm going to show you then what has been working so far, what I have really enjoyed. Bizarrely, do you know what I have really enjoyed? I've really enjoyed having my washi holder. I tend to always have a washi holder, but this time I've actually really used it. I had a bit of a switch up of my week spreads. So this time around I ran out of this design, which is crazy considering I print these upstairs in my studio, but whatever. So I ran out of these, so I switched over to a different layout. And I had that like weird, awkward, like half and half. So I just paped them, and hey, it looks all right. It's all coordinated. That's all good. And my calendar as well. I've enjoyed having a bit of washi on hand to just mark off bits. As you can see here, I've written down this is going to be my juggle-tastic phase, where life is bonkers. Anyway, so I've loved having that there. That's been really useful. Oh, on a random note as well, do you know what else I've loved? This pen. This is not the pen I started off with, but look how good this is. This is a Pilot friction pen. I saw this on YouTube from another person, so if you're anything like me, your plans are not permanent, or rather you plan for the week and then like it all goes to pot, or you're just like, do you know what, no, I can't be bothered. So you tend to reschedule. So look how good this is. So you can just scribble, and then the end of this, and this you can refill it. You can literally just rub it out, but you can actually rub it out. It kind of disappears. Apparently it's heat sensitive, so you can't leave your page in the baking hot sun, otherwise you'll come back and all of your plans will be gone, which gives me a bit of a panic just thinking about it. But it's so useful. I've used this loads. I've also used it for those times when I've written stuff down, like those regularly occurring things, and then I thought, now I want a dot sticker for that, so I've just rubbed it out and then put my sticker over the top. It's been so nice. I'm a convert now. I love these. So I've got that black one, so yeah, I'm loving that, which is kind of nothing to do with the actual planner itself, but it's just making me happy anyway. So what else has been working is, I've kind of mentioned it before, my weekly spreads. I did a bit of a jot down of my ideal one, so I'm still refining it, but switching over designs made me realise that I really like having a horizontal planner that goes across the 2 pages, but also I quite like having different categories throughout the page, so I can group what I've got. And then as well as that, I really liked having a weekly habit tracker. I thought that was really useful. I am quite enjoying having blank headings because I tend to switch them up a little bit as well. So on this one I got like a project progress one, which I don't tend to stick to. I might have like a coming up section, so I quite like having like a blank slate really to kind of do what I want with, because like I said before, it does tend to change every week. So I think if my planner was all set up at the start of 2020 with all of these headings, and then 2020 just hit, I'd be screwed. So I think flexibility at the moment is key. So yeah. So what I'm also enjoying is having an archive section. I'm not quite sure if I went over this much in my last video. I know I set it up and said I was going to have one in here, but the archive, I imagine, is kind of the polar opposite, or like the other end of the spectrum to an inbox. So for me, an inbox is where you put anything that is either temporary or super current. So bits where you're just writing it there, you're scribbling because you're on the go, you're in a hurry, you've got a quick idea, and it doesn't really have a proper home yet, you haven't done that week yet, or it's just a random thing. So that I would write in there. Also, if I'm making some notes on something or working on something, if it's super current, I might just whack it in the front so I don't forget to look at it, basically. So it's just easy access. But stuff there doesn't tend to stay. So when I move my planner, I won't want to rewrite these pages. I'll probably put them somewhere useful or filter through and see what I'm keeping. I mean, I've got like, ideas for birthday presents. Those have gone. That's not needed anymore. So it's a useful bit to have, whereas my notes, in contrast, is more about stuff I'm thinking of. So look at this. This is so bad, isn't it? It's like the minute I get my summer planner set up, I'm planning my autumn planner. So much fun. Anyway, the archive section then is more like those bits and pieces that you want to keep, and maybe you've stuck a pin in something, you're not working on it yet, you don't really want it cluttering up your notes section, so it's here. So I've been faffing with task cards just recently. To show you at the moment, I've just been trying them out and to see how I actually want to use them. So that's been a little bit of planning, but I've actually postponed that for a bit. I'm going to do that more next month, but I'm keeping it, but I'm archiving it for now because I don't need it. What I also use the archive for is spares. So I've got spare food planner pages here, or spare brain dump bits. So it's bits that I want to keep, or it's bits that I don't really want in here yet. So I found that to be really useful. So that's basically then what works, what doesn't work. I'm just going to go through now and just fill this up then for the last 2 weeks. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my my August spread so I can have that to hand. I really should start snipping these pages. That would make it easier, wouldn't it? And I'm also going to just grab my little task card to remind me about things that I might want to do now it's coming to the end of the month. And I'll just start transferring this across to my weekly spread. I've also been trying out, have you spotted these today markers, basically, because, you know, can't get enough of a little bit of colour coordination. But actually, whereas I quite like having the coloured one, I think I want a bit of a plain one, so I'm taking that one out. And instead, I've got a super clear one. This is the same stuff as I use for the crystal colours. Like, they're kind of hardly there and they feel really nice. So I'm going to use one of these, but I'm actually going to add, this is the benefit of having these labels. I actually took this out of my stash. Let's remember not to sell that one. That would be disappointing, wouldn't it? Right, so I'm just going to label that one up, and then that is going to be my page marker. Oh, that's better. I just like having that so I can just see what's in it. Much better. I think the stickers work better on the frosted ones, these, but I just like kind of that look. Hardly seen anything. I'm going to see what I want to do next time around anyway, but I'm going to leave that as it is for now. Okay, so as I go through then and start to transfer all of this and see what else I've got to do and whack it all on here, I'm probably going to speed up the video a little bit so you don't lose the will to live with me scribbling and looking stuff up. So right then, okay, look at that, that is so blank. It's also not my favourite layout, but anyway, here we go. Okay, so that's what I've got for the moment. Now this I'm just going to add for my week where it's the end of the month. I'm going to think about that later. And then if I just put my page marker, oh, wrong way. If I put my page marker in here, so I know where I'm going to be turning, and then here, that's going to show me what I'm thinking about next week. I don't need to write any of that down. I can go through and have a look. And I can put my calendar pages back in here, because I don't need those out anymore. And then I think I'm just going to go through and archive a couple of bits. So I'm going to take out my food ideas. This whole section I kind of just can't wait to get rid of because it's such a waste. I'm just not using it at all. I'm going to add that in there. Oops. Oh, it's just a little bit too stuff. It's at that stage where you turn the pages, or rather you open the rings, and then it just springs out at you. I'm sure there are lots of reasons why you shouldn't keep it this stuffed, but what can I say? I'm just a hoarder. So I'm going to get rid of these daily spreads, but I haven't gone through them yet. So I don't know that there's that I need to really get rid. I'd rather just work through that and just check that I haven't chucked anything that I might need. So instead, I'm going to whack them in my archive and I'm going to go through that when I've got time. And my calendar, I'm going to leave July in there, that's fine. Notes, I'm still working on that, that's fine. Weekly, again, I don't think I need that much in here. I might just keep a little bit, maybe. In fact, no, I'm alright, I'm going to leave that as it is. So what have we got? I think I'm all ready, apart from this. This is kind of just wasted. I think I'm going to leave like literally a couple of pages in there. And I'm actually just going to take that out. That's it. Yeah, that's better. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's me done. So I'm ready now for the next couple of weeks. So I've transferred everything over from there into my weekly spread. So I know what I'm doing next week, and I know what I'm going to be doing the week after that. I know what I've got to be thinking about the week after that as well, so I'm all good. Of course, the next fun bit then is working on the new setup for autumn. Oh, it's just that season, isn't it? It's that little bit too hot at the moment to think pumpkins and pumpkin spice lattes and all that kind of thing, but oh my god, I'm so ready. I'm so there. So I'm very much looking forward to that. If you've seen the tobacco colours in the Van der Spek planners, I've got one of those coming. Very excited. Anyway, I hope that gave you, if nothing else, a chance to sit down for, I don't know, 20 minutes and do nothing and have a coffee in peace, maybe. So, it's a record, I've had half a cup. So, if you like what you've seen, then give me a like, just so it tells me really what you want to see more of. And if you're new to the channel, I hope I haven't just put you off. I would say it's not quite so rambly, but I think it kind of is. Anyway, I'm kind of unscripted. So I hope you've enjoyed the video today. So give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and if you know any other planner geeks, share the love, please. Send it to them. So, oh my god, have you seen this crazy English woman and her planner? Oh my god, it's like car crash TV viewing, I don't know. Anyway, so thank you very much, and I'll be back soon, I guess. I've got lots of stuff in the works, although I feel I do say that all the time, but I'm hoping to actually have the time to do that soon, or at least maybe in 2 weeks. Anyway, thanks everyone, see you later. Bye bye.